Hello everyone, this is Ravi Kumar presenting you to the vector algebra. Okay, so basically this course is made for those who are preparing for IIT JEE exam. Okay, okay, those who are preparing for IIT JEE and for those who are also giving their class 12th board exam. Okay, those who are also preparing for class 12th board exam. So this chapter will be helpful for those who are preparing for IIT JEE and class 12th board exam. So in this lesson I am going to represent the vector algebra, basically what is vector algebra and what is vector basically. Alright, presented by me, Ravi Kumar. Okay, so here is the brief introduction about me. I did my BTech from IIT Patna in mechanical engineering. I did my MTech from IIT Delhi in production engineering. I qualified exams like IIT JEE, GATE, okay, and I also did job in Rights Limited for 10 months. Okay, my interest and hobbies are cricket, music, and movies. Alright, if you like this lesson and if you want me to create more such lessons, you can share. Okay, and do subscribe this channel. Do subscribe this channel. This will motivate me to create more such lessons. Okay, so first we will start from physical quantities. So basically what is physical quantity? Physical quantity basically divided in two parts. First one is scalar quantity and second one is your vector quantity. Okay, so scalar quantity has only magnitude and vector quantity has both magnitude as well as direction. So suppose I can represent scalar quantity like mass, volume and density. These are the classic example of your scalar quantity. So suppose your mass is equal to 10 kg. Okay, so here you can see that we don't need any direction to represent mass. Okay, we only need magnitude. हमको केवल मैग्नीट्यूड की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है वेन एवर वी आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग योर स्केलर क्वांटिटी. सो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं कि हमने केवल एक नंबर से रिप्रेजेंट किया है मास को 10 kg से. ओके, दिस इज़ योर यूनिट, दिस इज़ नॉट डायरेक्शन, दिस इज़ योर यूनिट. ओके, यूनिट ऑफ योर फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. So second one is your vector quantity. In vector quantity you need both magnitude as well as direction. Suppose I am representing your velocity. Velocity is equal to 5 I cap. So this means 5 I cap meter per second. So this means your magnitude of the velocity is 5 meter per second and your direction is I cap. So I cap is basically unit vector along your x axis. Okay, unit vector along x axis. So like this you can represent your vector quantity. This is one of the example of your vector quantity. So other example of your vector quantity is force. Okay, force. So suppose whenever you are representing your force on an object like this. Okay, suppose you are saying this is your 5 Newton force. So this here you can see that you are representing by arrow. That means this force is acting in this direction. Okay, so this object will move in this direction when you are applying this 5 Newton force. So you can see that for representing a vector quantity we need both magnitude as well as direction, and for scalar quantity we need only magnitude. Alright, so second one is your representation of vector. So how do we represent a vector? So to represent a vector we need both things. First one is your magnitude and other one is your direction. Okay, other one is your direction. So suppose you are representing a vector. So suppose coordinate your coordinate of this point a vector is 3 comma 2 comma 3. So that means x coordinate is 3, y coordinate is 2 and z coordinate is 3. So you can represent your a vector is equal to 3 I cap, okay, 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. So these I cap, j cap, k cap are the unit vectors. Okay, unit vectors along your x, y and z direction. Okay, x, y and z direction, these are your unit vectors. Alright, so here you can see the representation of your vector a. Okay, so this is your a1 is the projection of a vector on x axis, a2 is the projection of a vector on y axis, a3 is the projection of a vector on z axis. Okay, now second one is your magnitude. How you can calculate magnitude of a vector? So Suppose this is your a vector, so generally we represent a vector is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Alright, like this we represent our a vector, any vector, okay, in 3D. This is in 3D. Okay, so how we can calculate the magnitude of this vector? To calculate the magnitude of vector, we just need to do this under root x square plus y square plus z square. So this is your magnitude of this vector, a vector. So x, you can substitute value from here, 3 square plus 4 square plus 3 square. So this will come your 3 square 9 and 4 square 69 plus 16 25, 25 plus 9. 25 plus 9 is your 34. Okay, so this is the magnitude of your vector. Alright, so next comes is your types of vector. First one is your position vector. So suppose this is your point P. Okay, you want to represent the position of this point P with respect to your origin O. So you can represent your position vector OP like this. So your OP will be xi plus yj plus zk. So this is your position vector. It gives the exact location of particle in a plane from origin. So this basically represent your location of a point with respect to origin. Mind it, it is very critical with respect to your origin. Alright, so this is your position vector. Second one is your displacement vector. What displacement represent? Basically it represent your distance covered by, okay, here you can see that distance covered by a particle in a given interval of time. So suppose your initially your particle was at here point 1, okay, and in a final position of your point is point 2. So you can see that p1 p2 is your displacement, okay, it is the distance covered by your particle. So how you can calculate your displacement vector? So you, to calculate your displacement vector, you need to calculate your final position vector minus initial position vector. So this is your final position vector. So R2 is your OP2 minus OP1. So like this you can represent your displacement vector. So this is all about your displacement vector. It represents your distance from one point to other point covered by in a particular given interval of time. Alright, so next is your equal vectors. So two vectors are equal when their magnitude and direction are same. So we can say that they are equal. So here A is equal to B vector. Why? Because magnitude is equal and direction also equal. So this is your equal vectors. So other one is your parallel vectors. In parallel vectors you can see that magnitude could be different, okay, magnitude could be different but direction should be same for parallel vectors. So suppose your A vector is your 3 I cap, so and this is your 6 I cap is the 6 I cap is your B vector. So you can see that magnitude are different but direction is same, so we can say that these A and B vector are parallel vectors. So next is your anti-parallel vector. For anti-parallel vector, only direction should be opposite. The only criteria is that direction should be opposite. Direction should be opposite to each other. Opposite to each other. Okay. So here you can see that here is the I cap and here is your minus I cap. So I cap is in this direction and minus I cap is in opposite direction. So magnitude could be same or different. It does not matter on the. It does not depend on the magnitude for anti-parallel. Only direction should be opposite. So this is your 3 I cap and this is your minus 4 I cap. So this is all about your anti-parallel vectors. Alright. Next one is your unit vectors. So what is unit vector represent? Basically unit vector represent your direction. Okay, it represents all about your direction. So suppose you have a vector A vector. You want to calculate its direction. Suppose you have A vector is 5 I cap. So you want to calculate the direction of this vector. So what is the formula for calculating unit vector? Unit vector is your A vector divided by mod of A vector. So your A vector is 5 I cap. Mod A is under root 5 square. Okay. So under root 5 square will be 5. So this is your 5I divided by 5. It is equal to I cap. So you can see that unit vector is your I cap. So I cap is the direction along x-axis. It does not represent about magnitude, only represent direction. Unit vector always represent direction, in which direction you are